Hey everyone, I'm super excited for our live stream today. I can't wait. It's going to be great. We're going to do some coding and we're going to get you some green squares. I was just talking to the EddieHub community today that Oktoberfest is not that far off, so we need to get some practice in and get things going. So who is ready for today? Let me know in the chat. Do say hi. Let us know where you're calling in from. And let us know if you need some green squares. We're going to be working on our Linkfree project today, which is the open source alternative to Linktree. So hopefully that is all good and you're all ready. Let's go. Okay, I'm not sure why StreamYard says we're not live yet because it looks like we're live. Carl, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's do some shout outs. Carl, let me know when we're doing a live stream on the Finder project. I see that getting a lot more traction. People want to find those good first issues, especially with Oktoberfest coming up. So we need to have a look at that. So let's say some shout outs to people. Riyadh, awesome to have you here. Jasham, Ashwani, great to have you back as well. Loving all the support. And Shushil, so great to have you here. Okay. Let's go, everyone. I probably need some help today. So the plan for today is, what we've got is I did have an API on our Linkfree project, and what it was this. I've renamed it to today. So this was called total before, but what it was actually doing was getting today's values of the Linkfree stats. So how many total views and clicks today. And what I wanted to do is actually do an overall total for the entire application, like for the whole, however long we've been collecting stats for, a month, a year, however long it is. So what I thought is I've renamed today's one from total to today, if that makes sense, because it is just looking at today's date. But then what I thought we could do, we could find all the stats in the daily stats, the daily totals, and add them up. We could loop over them and add them, and then display them. So that's my thinking. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully you all think that's a good idea. AK, good to have you here. Tamal, awesome to have you here as well. Praduma as well, awesome. So you're all going to help me today because you know me, I'll get stuck. It's a Friday, it's been a long week. And also let's chat. Actually, while I'm doing this bit of coding, it'd be great, obviously, if you all help me, as always. But if you all chat between each other, let's have some ideas for Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is like 5 weeks away. What can we do? I'm thinking more live streams to help people contribute to open source. Maybe some Discord calls. What else? What can we do that's different? Like, what can we do for our community to help each other really stand out? Obviously, some swag giveaways. But I figured maybe if we have some particular events, someone suggested EddieCon 2.0, so we could try and do that. Maybe we could get some of my clients and other companies to do some swag giveaways as well. So yeah, I'm really keen to see what ideas you will have. So let's have a look. Awesome. Soli's here as well. Great to have you here from South Africa. Krupali. Any guess? There's something special this week. What's happening this week? I'm not sure. Let me know, Praduma. Hey, Druv, how you doing? I really enjoyed the kickoff stream last year. I can't remember. That's a long time ago. I have trouble remembering like last week. Maybe we can do another kickoff stream again this year. Remind me about last year. Who was in it? What did we do? Remind me some thoughts. I think we can try and tie in the Finder project in there as well. So let's have a think. Well, let me get to some coding while you're all chatting in the chat. So hopefully you can all see my screen and hopefully it's big enough for you. Let me know what you think. So in the total, so if I run it now, I have got the front end. I'm pretty sure I have got the front end connecting to, where is it? Is this the right file? Let me see. Index, that looks good. And it's going to API statistics total, which is this one. It's this file. You can see it's in the directory. API statistics, that's a really hard word to say. Totals. I've got S on both of those, haven't I? Yes, S on both of those. So let me just shuffle this over. So what I'm thinking is we could do, let me remind myself, let's just, all get on the same page, just do a console log of daily stats. And the page is going to break, as you'll see an error here like this, but we should see some output. So forget the error. Yes, we're not returning the object it's expecting, but we can see we've got some information. So each day we've got some stats. So we can just loop over that and add that up. I know we can do that in Mongo, but I have to look at the docs because I haven't done that before in Mongo. But what I'm thinking is we'll do enough to get this working, and then people can send pull requests to improve on this as well. Actually, who needs some green squares? I got some ideas. We need to update the README in the Linktree project to say we're working on a new branch, Next.js branch. You'll see it down here, Next.js branch, where we're moving from React to Next.js, which is still React, but with a bit of a back end, it's like a full stack and a Mongo. So let us know if anyone wants some green squares. We do have some stuff that needs doing. Okay. So we've got this. So I think what we can do, we could just do a map. Could we do a reduce? I haven't done a reduce in a while. But my initial thinking is, this might change, is, well, it will return it, right? So what we could do, actually, let me think. How's a clean way to do this? I want to map over it once, not twice. So, well, loop over it once, not twice. So what we could do is, we've got stats today. So it's daily stats. So what we could do is we could say const total stat. I don't think we're using total stats anywhere else. Are we in this file? No, we're good. And then we could do a map, and we could say map over the stat for that day. And then we could return we need to add it up. Let me think. We could just keep I can't even talk today. What's that word? Cumulatively? You know the word I mean. Adding to it each time. This is where reduce might actually work quite well. I have to look at the docs and remind myself. Let me know in chat what you think is best, and then we can look at the docs and work it out. Hey Hemant, how you doing? Hey Adnan, awesome to have you here from India as well. Ashwani, welcome. Tamal, you're always super welcoming, really awesome. It was this stream. You even found the link for me. Okay, I need to go check it out now. Now you got me thinking about what did we actually do on this live stream. Let's have a look. Oh yes, we had yourself, Naomi, and Kunal. Got you. Wow, look at the likes on that. Must be my most liked video ever with almost 6,500 views. So yeah, we could do another one again, get a bit of agenda. That's a good idea. I'm going to start organizing that. Let me make a note. That's a great idea, I think. So live, and we'll say Hacktoberfest kickoff. So who do you think we should have as well? It'd be quite interesting. Get a mix of different people. That would be great. Okay, notes have been made for that, so I will look into that and see. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, we could. We should do some live streams on it before Hacktoberfest. Doing some tweaks and improvements. You had some great ideas as well. So Carl, let me know when you want to do that. Maybe Monday, if you can live stream Monday, or not next Friday, but the Friday after potentially. Let me know. Yes, share a link, Carl. You're a mod, I think, in YouTube. You can share a link. Share a link, and people can share their ideas on what could help them find and contribute new issues to open source, right? It's getting that feedback from people. Because I know you've got lots of great ideas. I have some ideas. Mine aren't that great. But it'd be great to also get people who are struggling to find issues. So, yeah, let's get their feedback on that and their thoughts. So, Carl, share the link to that discussion in the chat and let people share their thoughts. Hey Sean, awesome to have you here. Jacob, thank you so much. I wouldn't even know how to spell it. I was pronouncing it wrong. I definitely wouldn't have spelled it like that. That word, that's the word I was trying to say. So thank you, Jacob. Really appreciate it. Hey, how you doing? Kato Prolu. Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing names, so apologies. Cool. Yes, thank you for sharing that, Carl. Perfect. Right, let's get back to some coding. So, I don't know, no one said map or reduce. Let me remind myself about the reduce. So ES6 reduce. I think reduce is really good, but I don't use it that often. So I think this is the one I need. So previous value and current value. But the question is, can I do it for two different values? Is the question, because usually for calculating a total, so will I have to loop over it twice? So does it make sense? Is the question. Is it better to have two reduces or one map? So that's my thinking. You know what? I'm going to do one. You all can add some improvements either in the chat or as a pull request. I kind of want to get it working. I think it needs to be good enough, and then we can improve it. Right? We're never going to have that many of these stats. A few hundred at most. So it's not going to be that bad. So let's just do a map for now. So I was going to return an entire object, but I don't think I can do that. I might have to return a function. Let's have a look. Too many brackets. So what we can do, maybe we can have a const for, we've got views. So we've got views, and that can be equal start for 0. And then we're going to have also clicks. It's going to be totals. So in here, we could then, so we're going to loop over each one. So, GitHub Copilot is making some suggestions. How does that look? Return. Actually, we probably don't even want a return anymore because we're going to add them to this. So we could probably just go views, all not capitals, views plus equals stat views. I think we can just do that. What do you all think? And then you've got clicks, and then we can do the same with that. I think that should work. So adding it on to the other one. I think that should work, right? So if I move this console log out down here, and change the value of it. Let's have a look. Views, not queues, views and clicks. Let's see how that looks. So I'm guessing we're expecting, roughly speaking, views to be 30 plus 8. That's like 38, 39. Can I do that in my head? 53, 54, 55, 60. I'm expecting about 60. So let's refresh the page and let's see if we're roughly on track. I busted something. Did I complete it? So I was expecting that to break because we haven't done that properly, but I'm expecting another console log. Let me clear that and see. Interesting enough, we did not get the result I was expecting. What did I do wrong? What do you all think? I think that works. Stat views and clicks, add it on. Views and clicks. Oh, did a constant. That doesn't work, right? It needs to be, oops, it needs to be a let. Aha. Did any of you spot that in the chat? Let me check and see if any of you spotted that. That looks better. 70 and 50. So I said 60. I was pretty close. Maybe I was like 10 out. But I think that's going to look pretty good. So now we can actually remove the comment, remove the console log, and we can actually put this in here now. So we could just say views and clicks. Well, actually, in fact, we don't even need that. We could just use the shorthand. Save that. And now the page should display some values. Yes, so we've got 7 users, 70 profile views, and 50 clicks. So let's actually add some and see if that increases. So let me go to popular. I've just mine at the moment. We need to improve that. So if I click on this link, the 21s collect 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the clicks. DB connected each time. We need to check that out. I think there might be, we're not keeping the connection open, so we need to check that out and see. But if I refresh this page, we've got 25. So I go back to the home page. We have now got 72. I was expecting 74. I think there's something with the connection that's not quite right. Let's have to check that out and see. Right, what did I miss in the... here math is fine. Okay, cool. Thank you. Awesome. All good, thank you. Hope you're all doing well. You've opened a PR. Oh, wow, already. Nice. Let's check that out. Let's get that merged in on the stream. Green squares for everybody. Hey, Vivek, how you doing? You're new to EddieHub. Could you briefly explain a bit about this project? Sure. I think Carl has already answered. So thank you so much, Carl. That's awesome. If you have any more questions, let me know in the chat. But it's great that you all answer each other and collaborate. That's what it's about. I recently learned Node and going through the documentation, which is better, normal function or arrow functions? No, that's a valid question. I think arrow functions are pretty good. It's the ES6. It's a newer way of doing it. Yeah, it's great to see so many new people and so many regulars as well. So thank you all for being here. By the way, give the video a thumbs up. Really helps support the channel and completely free for you as well. I'm overwhelmed by shiny new things. Yes, we all are. I would try and at least, you don't need to know 100% of something. I don't think you ever can, but try and, get a good understanding of it and then before moving on. There's a lot of overlap. So let's see why this works, But let's have a look why we get connected so many times. Oh, and also at the same time, we do have someone said they have a pull request. So let's go to the Linktree project and have a look at that as well. Let's make this a bit bigger for all of you. So pull request going to the Next.js branch. Which one is yours? We probably need a label to say it's for the Next.js branch, actually. This is for mains. This is not the one. Let me know what the pull request number is, and we can take a look. So let's have a look at this connection. So in config, we have Mongo. We return Mongo. So each time we try and do the connection, we should probably say if there is a connection, don't do it. So we might need to, rather than connect every single time, we need to check. So let's see. I have to think how we can do that. Does anyone have any good examples? If not, we can figure it out. I'm just trying to think if we can get more efficient with this as well. Hey, how you doing? Awesome to have you here. Yeah, we've got a common place, but we initialize it every time, which I think is a mistake. But it's fine, you know. It's we're going to make it better and better. We're going to improve on it together. So that's good. Improvements welcome. On management of what? 1624. Cool. Thank you. Let's have a look. 16. If I just click on any one, and then let's go to 1624. Add my profile. Add my profile is not for Next.js though. Yeah, so add your profile to the default branch is best. These should be done. Thank you for these contributions, but these should be done in 2 pull requests. Definitely keep your pull requests as small as possible, and each one needs to be specific about a specific thing. So I would say remove one of these items out, probably remove these changes out, and keep this as add my profile, and change it from Next.js to main branch, and then put this in a new pull request which goes to the Next.js branch is what I recommend. I think there's too much going on in there, because here you're saying add my profile to data directory. So yeah, keep profiles going through to the main branch. But thank you for the contribution. So here, let me see what we got in the chat. Like Twitter sessions, rebooking sessions, viewing the logged session info, like user agent. Can you explain that kind of in one message? You've put that in there in so many different messages. I'm not sure what you mean. Write one message. It'll make it a lot easier to understand. You've requested a PR and Linktree, but getting some issues. Need to check once again. Sure. Do you need any help with that? If not, take your time and come back to us when you're ready. Once established, Mongo connection work similar to WebSocket? No, it doesn't. WebSockets would be different. The EddieHub API project that actual Carl worked on is a good example of WebSockets and Mongo. So Mongo would be retrieving and read and writing to the database, but then WebSockets, you would need extra code. I don't think Mongo has WebSockets built in. There was talk about it a while ago, but I'm not actually sure if that got anywhere. But either way, you wouldn't want to expose that WebSocket from your database probably to your front end. You still want to go via your API as well. But we want to save it in like a singleton. So if we've got a connection, I don't know if we can just set a flag here, and if it's we could probably just set a flag, really simple. There is a ready state to check. That's interesting, because what I was going to do. And we'll try the ready state as well. That'd be quite interesting. I was going to say, const, I don't know, Mongo connection set or something, right? Mongo set. Well, set's a bad name actually. Has connection, right? For example, I'd say false coming in here to the first time. Well, actually, no, not even out there. We could put it in here. Let me think. In the catch, we'd put it to be false. Not constant, like that would be false. We might set it out here, and then in the try, if the connection doesn't throw an exception where it says DB connected, we set it to be true. And I think that would work. And then you would do like an if. I don't even think it needs to, if it has connection, just return. Oops, didn't mean to next line. Just return, that's it, right? So if it has a connection, then don't continue. It's already got a connection and that's it, because it's not returning anything on there. I think this would work, but I think the ready state is a much cleaner way to do it if that works the same way. Let me just give this a refresh and just see if my thinking works. If I do a refresh, what's wrong with that? Assignment, constant. I'm so used to writing constant, it should be a let. Okay, right, let's try again. Let's clear that. Refresh. So DB connected. And if I go to popular and go to my profile, DB connect again, click on this a few times. I'm clicking on it maybe like 6 times now. And if I refresh and it didn't come up with DB connected each time, but let's hopefully that increases to above 30. It did 35, clicked on it 10 times, so a lot more than I thought. But again, still no DB connected again. So that's pretty good. So the way I did it worked, but I would be interested in finding out a nicer way, like you said, rather than kind of mine's a bit of a hard-coded way. So let's have a look at the that chat. So Mongo ready state looks quite interesting. Okay, this is the question about management. Viewing the logged in info, revoking the sessions, logging out of devices, keeping logged in devices. That's interesting. I haven't done anything on that. So that could actually be quite an interesting video. So thank you for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. Aha. So yeah, Carl is going to do something with Finder and SvelteKit. So that could be super interesting. When we're going to do that, Carl, let me know. Yes, Carl's going to do all the hard work. I'm just going to be on the camera and do all the usual talking that I do, but Carl will do all the hard work on that. But I'll definitely share my thoughts. Absolutely. But we're going to do it on SvelteKit, which is Carl's expertise. Thank you so much. But yeah, Carl, let us know. Like I said, I live stream on a Monday and a Friday. So I usually do coding streams on a Friday, but more than happy to do it on a Monday. So let me know. So let's have a look. So what have we got in the connection? We could, let's see if in Mongoose we do have ready state, did you say? Let's see, I lost it. Mongoose connection ready state. Okay, have we got connection on here? Connection ready state. What does that return though? Connection ready state, disconnected, connected, right. Okay, so if it's a 1, we know it's connected, and then we can move on. So that's quite an interesting one. So what we could do is, does this return something? Connect. It returns a void. Oh, it should return a promise. Options are, should return a promise with Mongo. So we might be able to do something like that. You know what, just so we don't get too bogged down in this, I might leave it how it is. Someone can raise an issue. We do need a label for the Next.js stuff, but someone could raise an issue, and if someone wants to make the pull request for ready state, that could be quite a nice improvement. But again, just want to make it good enough to get it working, that looks a lot better. So we do have stats on the homepage. So 64 links clicked. Let me go back to my profile, click, make this 35, it says make it 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I refresh this page, it should be above 40, and it was 65, right? Go back to the homepage, it's now 70. So we are getting the totals of clicks and views and so forth. So that's pretty good. That was pretty quick. So taking my own advice and doing commits in stages, let's do a commit for this. Before you do a commit, I want to minimize these node modules. But before we do a commit, let's just check the changes. Happy with that. We check today is a new file. Again, we're not using today, but it's there if anyone wanted it. And then I've improved this file that we just all did together. So let's have a look. I'm pretty happy with that. So let's do a git add, and then we'll do a git commit. And I want to commit everything. Well, actually, I've probably staged it all. So actually, I don't even need to put, if I do a git status, you can see they're all green. So I've done it as a stage. Don't need to specify the files in the commit. I want to say it's a feature. I want to say home page stats. I want to commit that, and let's then push that. Okay, I get a password because I have a password on my SSH keys. So let's push that. So if anyone else wants to make more contributions to improve that, that is in the Next.js branch, all ready for you to make some more improvements. Okay, awesome. Okay, let me catch up with the chat. I think people have submitted some PRs. Let's have a look. 1627. Okay, brilliant. So okay, you've closed that. That's fine. So I'm guessing you've created some more. 1627. Add my profile. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, actually, we need to improve our docs. I think there's a pull request open for it, so people don't commit the lock file. So yeah, the lock file shouldn't be committed. So when doing commits, everyone, make sure you're only committing what you've changed and what you want. So yes, I would say remove the lock file and then add your profile, and then that can get merged. Do you have one for the other improvement? Actually, let me check. That's going to the main branch. Perfect. And do you have another one going for the Next.js branch? I should list the branches here, actually. GitHub, if you're watching, which sometimes they are, it'd be nice to know which branch these pull requests are going into so I can see them at a glance. Let's see what else we've got in the chat. Okay. Yeah, the OAuth I think could be quite interesting. Lazy loading is just a performance improvement. I say just. It's an performance improvement, so it doesn't affect the experience unless it's really slow, right? So I think the OAuth probably is quite a nice one to do. Just my thoughts. Because there could be more than one connection. True. I'll let someone. Thanks to Mal. I'll let someone raise a pull request for that. We can even get it merged in on this live stream as well if they do it in time. Yeah, the project is already. Let me bring up the project. So if you go to EddieHub, and then it's pinned here at the top. So you've got good first issue finder, and this is the project already that Carl's talking about with a screenshot. Screenshot's a bit out of date, so someone, if they want to submit a pull request, they can. But this is it. So you can search EddieHub for good first issues, but also you can search for the whole of GitHub, but not just for good first issues. EddieHub good first issues. You know, do they adhere to EddieHub standard, I suppose? And we've got other filters at the top. This has changed quite a bit since I looked recently. I really like that. So you can go straight to the search bar. It's got a placeholder on how to do it. That's really, really nice to see. So yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, I will share that link in the description. So let's have a look. There we go. I'll leave that open for now as well. Okay, so what else is everyone thinking about raising some pull requests? Let me know. Let me just catch up with the chat. I'm going to leave a note, make a note for myself of some ideas that I've got. Make a note. Bear with me while I make a note. I want to catch up with the chat, so let me know what you're thinking at the moment, and we can have a look. Okay, I've just made a note. Right. Okay, what did I miss in the chat? Let's have a look. Oh, Carl's also shared it as well. Perfect. Looking at my energy attracts to watch. Thank you so much. It's Friday, so energy's not quite there, but I should have had a coffee. No, it's empty. So also want to do open source, but DSA is not ending. Do open source and DSA in parallel. I think it's really, really important. Open source is just going to help you so much more. Upload custom CSS. Yeah, that could be quite interesting actually. And we're using Tailwind in the new Linktree. So a bit kind of like, you're probably all too young for MySpace, but something like that where people customize it a little bit more. I wonder if they could customize it in their JSON. So if I go to like my JSON file, and this is what you've got. I mean, one of the next features I'd like to do, and it's kind of stepping on Carl's toes a bit for the Finder project, they get people to log in with their GitHub, and it will load in their matching file, and then they could customize it further. They won't get green squares if they customize it further via a form field rather than the JSON. But then you could have some customization on colors from there, or maybe just customize it like, you know, here, like background color or background image. Yeah, some thoughts on that. People were talking about that for a while. So, but it's a good idea. Hey, David, how you doing? I love it when people, chat to each other in the chat. So that's awesome. Yeah, so your page look different. I think customize it further. I think the stats things that we're doing will get it closer to the whole Linktree. But they are public, and I actually have added it in. If I go, I've closed my file now. If I go back to my JSON file, I've got display stats public true. So once we do log in, then people can, it's false by default. So if I go to another profile, so say if I go to search, and I pick somebody else's, you can see their stats are private. And you have to explicitly say, make it public for themselves to see, but also for everyone else to see. But if you can log in with OAuth, with GitHub, then only the person, they can choose to make it public or private, but then when they log in, they can actually see their own stats. There is, certain improvements coming, but I want to get it good enough to deploy it, and then we can make further improvements, because as the main branch moves forwards, it's hard to port those features over, and a lot of features won't be ported over. I've done that probably many times as well. Happens to us all. Hey, it's just practice. You should have seen my first live stream. I was terrible. Actually, I'm my second and my 10th. So it's just practice. Keep practicing. Really, really appreciate the support. And when you get amazing people like all of you supporting, it becomes a lot easier. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Also, before Hacktoberfest, why not have a Discord stage and have Hacktoberfest help channel? That way we can help the community. Yeah, that's a good idea. Is Hacktoberfest a hackathon? Could we just use the hackathon channel for it? I'm trying to keep, not increase too many channels. Maybe reuse some of the existing ones or rename them. I don't know. Let us know what you think. Tailwind is so good. It is really, really good. Feature idea continued. Keep 5 or so styles presets for now. Yeah, I think that'd be quite good. Or just let people set their colors. Maybe for background color, they could set their background color. Yeah, I think we could try that. We could do something like that. I think it's a good idea. But then if they set their background color, then we need to do text color. And so otherwise, because if they chose background color of black, they'll want their text color to be white or something close, so we have a contrast. And then maybe button border color and button color and then button text color. So yeah, there will probably be 5 colors. Let me make a note of those. Actually, it could be quite an interesting feature. So we could have something like, I don't know, what would it be? Customization, and then something like. So what would it be? Background color. And that would be a string. And then what else would we want? Or would we do background as an object? And then you can have background image. I don't know, we'll leave image off for now, I think. But then could we have, I don't know, font or text color? What would make more sense? Text color for people? Oops, can't type today. Text color, and then you'd want probably button background color, and then you would need background text color, because you'd have to, and then border color as well. So then I don't know if we put that in a border. If you put that in an object, it might be a bit cleaner. So if we did something like in the future, for now it might just be the color, but for background, but we could have more in the future. So we could do something like that. So background, then color, and then text can then also be an object as well. Oops, need a bracket there, something like that. And then for button as well, we could do something like that. What do you all think? So we've got button, background color, button, text, color. Oh, missing that there. And then, so rather than repeat the word button, something like so. I don't know. What do you think? Let's see. But I do like the idea of customization a bit more. Again, a bit more, what's it called, feature parity to the Linktree project as well. Has everyone given this video a thumbs up yet? I don't know. I'll leave that on the screen for a moment. Hey, you haven't missed much. I did one feature, so that's one thing that you missed. And then we're talking about more. Use links, hyperlinks in 1631. Okay, let's have a look and see. 1631. Oh, have you actually made it work? A hyperlink. Let's see. You've changed it to a link, and then you follow the link, and then you've got a button. I don't think you wrap a link though in a button. I'm not. Where's Emma? Emma's the expert in accessibility, but I don't think. I think we'll do the redirect in the click function. So if we go to the click function, I think the redirect needs to happen up here. So we're going to collect the stats of the click, but then here you can see I've got to do. I think that's where you need to do it. So I think you need to say, what's the word? This is where you want to actually do the redirect rather than put a link around it, is all I would say. I can leave that as a comment. I think wrapping the button in is not, but let me know if I'm wrong. I'm always learning as well, not required. We will do the redirect in the click link function. There is a to do there at the moment. Let me know what you all think and see. But that's what I would suggest. But thank you for the PR as well. But keep it open and see. Again, it doesn't be good enough for now. Maybe accessibility-wise, we might change the button to a link or something like that as well. Let me know. Let me see the chat. Chat's going fast. Love it. Thanks everyone for being so engaging. Eddie, do we have a Discord channel? Yes, we do. Link in the description below, or I can get it for you now. Discord.eddiehub.org. I will share that in the chat for you. Yes, we do. Here we go. Awesome to have you here. We have an awesome Discord community. Thank you, Tamal. Okay, customizations. Oh, American spelling. I suppose if we are using the American spelling for color, then we should use the American spelling for customizations to be consistent. Okay, true. Thank you so much, Jacob. Really appreciate that. Okay, I looked at 1631 already. No worries. Really appreciate the support. Oh, did you change something else? Wait a second. Did I miss something? Customizations. Did I spell that right? I think that's okay now. No worries. I appreciate you tuning in from your phone and supporting and helping. I appreciate it. Don't worry. If you're focusing on DevOps, we are also running Kubernetes for this project. We have GitHub Actions, so you'll see lots of GitHub Actions, and we probably need some more. You see 1, 2, 3, like 5 GitHub Actions, and we're also running it with Kubernetes. So you've got lots of DevOps going on here as well. So there's lots to do for everybody. So many PRs coming in. Yeah. Thank you so much, Vijay. Really appreciate it. Okay. Okay, give the video a thumbs up. Let me remove that banner off the screen. Okay. React is just a front-end library, and Next is a full-stack framework. So it's still React, but it's got like more stuff that we need. React's missing like so many things. We are building an open source alternative to Linktree. So you can get a profile like this. So if I go search, if I can search for Carl, oh, it might be Julian. Julian, you're not on Julian's not on, or maybe that you are on the main branch and I haven't updated this one with main for a while. But if I search for someone who is here, but I can pick anybody. You can see they've got their milestones and then they've got their links. But if I go to mine, because I've got display stats on, so moving to Next.js allows us to have Mongo and allows us to record the stats. So you can see these have nothing on them because no one's clicked on it yet. If I click on it, there's no redirect. I haven't done that part yet, purposely because I don't need that to test it out. If I refresh the page, you can see views increased by 1 because it's a refresh, but that increased by 5 because I clicked on it 5 times. And on the home page, you got the overall stats improving, updating as well. But I'm quite interested in this customization. I think people will like this. And I don't think it'd be too hard to do. Should we try and give it a go today? How are we doing on time? We're like, halfway through the live stream. It'd be quite good. Yeah, what do you think? What should we do next? Nothing wrong with Mern, just not something. I like Next.js. It has it all done together and really nice. I like it. Any plans to use Novu notifications? I don't know. What would you use notifications for? What do you think? Let me know. What do you mean from scratch? This project is in a branch at the moment. You can actually, who wants a green square? Someone can update this. So if we go to the Linktree, by the way, give it a star if you haven't already. It helps support and costs you nothing. Here's the link. But almost at 1,000 stars as well. When we hit 1,000, that'd be awesome. So what was I going to say? This is the main branch, and this is the React project, but we're actually in Next.js branch. We're migrating things over. So that's what we're doing at the moment. So if you want to contribute to that, make sure you can contribute to the main project, but I would recommend contributing to Next.js, unless it's your profile. So what we actually need to do is probably add an update, the documentation to explain. Would anyone like to do that, or should I do that? Let me know in the chat if anyone wants it. If you don't want that green square, I'll happily do it. I'm thinking something right at the top, probably under badges, maybe down here with I think you can do something with notes now, notices now as well. Is it like notice? I can't remember. Let me just. No, there was some magic. I can't remember. It's in beta at the moment. But my point is to say, talk about branches. So I don't know, just like notice, something like to add your profile, use the main branch. To add features, use Next.js as we are migrating from React to Next.js. I suppose if I put Next.js in capitals, put React, something like that. Just really important. Make it even put links on these to actually go to the branches. Those are my thoughts. Thanks for starring. Appreciate it. Send notifications across a certain, clicks and stuff. Yeah, I could do that. It's something we could add later on. Everyone's a mentor and everyone's a mentee. So don't worry about getting one mentor. Just get involved in the project, keep adding value, and people will help each other and mentor each other. I think mentor's too formal. Let's just help each other and all learn together. GitHub is off in my area. Oh no, that's hard when that happens. Hopefully it'll come back soon. How are we doing on thumbs up, by the way? How many thumbs up has the video got? Let me know. 35. Let's see if we can get it to 50 soon. But yeah, if no one wants that green square, let me know. Let's have a look. I'll do it now. So notice there's alert. I can't remember what it is, but notice to add your profile, use the main branch. To add new features, use Next.js as we're migrating from. That makes sense, right? Shall I raise a pull request for that and you all can review it? Let's have a look. So we'll just say docs and we'll say migrating to Next.js notice. And I'll put that in a branch and someone can review that, propose the changes. Let's have a look. I should probably create a screenshot for it, but for now that's probably fine. Okay. Don't copy the way I did that. You need really an issue number and so forth, but you get the idea. Right, let's get back to some coding. So who's here? Who's going to help me with the coding? So we've got this, and then if we go back to this is the profile page, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. Which file is this? This is in the API, so this is not the one we want. Let me close today, and let me close some of these files that we don't need. Totals we don't need. I've committed that. Well, this is in the API, so we want this file, which isn't opened yet, and let me close some of these as well. Okay, so this is the file that is the page, my profile. So let me make sure I'm on my profile page. Let's go back to here. Oh, we do need to calculate popular profiles, so that's something we do need to also do. That could be quite a nice feature to do as well, because at the moment, popular profiles are going to the API, but then and it's displaying it, But I think in the API, we've just got it hard coded. Yeah. So get the top 10 active profiles. So at the moment, I've just hard coded mine. So we need to go to the database and do a sort or something like that. So we need to have a think and see. But we can do that another time. I might leave that open because that could be something that we could do maybe on a Discord call or something. So let me just bring that to the beginning so I don't forget. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. So we want a background color for the page. So we could probably do it on here, I wonder, and we can load it from the JSON. And if it hasn't got it, we've got the default. So let me know, what do you think in the chat, everyone? Are you all still awake or are you still asleep? The chat hasn't moved yet. So I think you've fallen asleep, let me know. But I'm thinking is, how's the best way to do, if we've got the color, so if I do, I don't know, background and color, and if I just do black, so 1, 2, 3, and if I do text white, one more, I think, and just save that. Oh, that's 4, I need 6, 3 or 6, so I'll just do 6. And then we want to load it into the page. This could be quite an interesting one to see how we do this. I haven't done this before. Well, not in Next.js or React. So we could do it as a style, I suppose. It's probably the best way to do it. We are using Tailwind. I wonder if we could, no, probably a style is best. Trying to think rather than mix it up. Is this how you do it? Style, and then I have to look this up. React style. Style CSS, let's have a look. Inline. Do they have an example? They don't have an example. I should probably say inline, React inline style. Let's have a look and see. Oh, that's plural site, but if they have an example, is the page going to load? That will be fine. Class name I get. They say, okay, so it's double bracket, and I'm going to want to do it with a variable, so it is correct. Let's have a look. I'm sure you've all written the answers in the chat as well already. Nope, not asleep, good. Midday here, wide awake. Midday, let me guess. You're 4.5 hours behind me, so you must be in the US somewhere, I think. 11 p.m., wow. I live stream every Monday and Friday. Friday is more of a coding live stream, usually speaking, and I have guests and so forth. And so next week we're doing stuff on Solid.js with Dan. And then Monday I usually do open source project reviews, profile reviews, and shout out your GitHub stuff, your open source stuff. But we might do a coding one with Carl if Carl has time. So let's have a look. Style. Did I spell that correctly? Style. Okay. And then let me just do that. If I just do background, I'll hard code it for now. Background, and if I just do something like this, 1, 2, 3, let's just see if that changes and go back to my profile, and it's worked. It's all gone black. Okay, so we know that works. You do things in steps, and see if you're using a dynamic string. Here we go. I've got the answer. Thank you so much. Dynamic string set to the class name itself. We don't have a class name because we're going to use, because people, if they do it in their JSON, they won't have a class name. So we're going to do it inline. So let's have a look. So this is going to change. Can I put? I can't put a variable in there, can I? It's not going to be. That's not going to work. But let me see. Yeah, because that won't work. It doesn't like that. But do I have to do the whole thing as a variable? Is that what you're suggesting? So do. I probably should Google that, actually. Let me have a look. So React inline style variable. Let's have a look. Oh, Stack Overflow. I never like my Stack Overflow answers. Probably do that. Okay. Let's go to a blog. I always prefer a blog and check the date and see if it's something recent. This looks recent. Looks good. Okay. Let's have a look. That's hard coded, and they've done it as the whole object. We could do it as an object, I suppose. Would that make more sense? And then they've done it this way. Okay, so do it in backticks. Okay, so that could work. Let's have a look. Oh, so much going on in chat. I love that. Ah, cool. TN, Tennessee, I think. Awesome. Yeah, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and put the bell button, it'll give you notifications because I create the live streams usually 1 to 2 weeks before. So you can then set a reminder on it and you'll know it's coming up and you know what the topic is. Okay. Starpy with the client. Oh, Strappy. What's Strappy? I haven't used Strappy. Okay, so we've got an example. Let me see. Again, improvements can be made later on as well. So here we're going to say the data coming in is actually, as you can see, it's going to be data dot background, and we're going to say color. So I think that should work. So let's just hit save, and nothing should change. I did say it was the right one, right? Customizations, then background, then color. Oops. Customizations. There we go. It's a bit long, but I think that worked. Okay, so that's worked and it's black. But it was black already because I hard coded it. So let me change this to something else, like a gray, and just see, and just see if it reloads and works. So if I refresh that, you can see it's a gray. So it's reading it, it works. I'm sure there's improvements can be made. But again, with features, I think it's just going to be good enough and that someone else can then take what's been done and improve it further. So that's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. So thank you all for your support. We're doing good, I think, today. What else have we got? So we want to do text color as well. So the next thing to do, let's see what other people are. I was right with Tennessee. Awesome. I know about Tennessee from Iron Man because I think it's in Iron Man 3. He falls asleep in a suit and he ends up in Tennessee, I think. Okay, so we've got that. What else do we want to do? Well, we had some other things here. So we had background color, we had text color as well, which is for the whole thing. So we might need to break that out. So let's come back to that in a moment. So button, let's come back to the buttons. But the buttons are in here in link. So we probably want to pass through the data for the button. But now I'm thinking, do we want, for each link, they might want to put their own colors. What do you think? Like have maybe a default button, but then it can be overwritten by, is that making it too complicated? Again, you don't, sometimes if you can put too many features and make it like way overcomplicated. So, but then if they want the same color for each button, then I don't want them to have to do it for each one. Or am I overthinking this? What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Try something like this. Class name, background color. Oh, is that to use Tailwind? But they might put in the hex code, so that's why I don't know if that will work. But try it and submit a PR. I'll push this up in a bit, and if you can make an improvement to it, then that'd be awesome. Oh, is Danny from there as well? Sorry, all my references are from movies. I thought Danny was somewhere else. I can't think where I'm thinking of. Maybe I know he moved recently though. It will allow you to dynamically do things. Okay, I think we've got a bit of dynamic at the moment, so it's going to take it from the person's profile. If they don't have a profile though, oh, I need a question mark in here, right? Because what happens if they don't have that? Then I don't want anything to happen because otherwise that will be blank. Because what happens if I remove this now? So if I actually remove the background color and save it, I've probably broken it now. What would happen? It does break. Okay, so we do need to have a think about how we can do that. So we put that back, but I won't save it. So we need to have a think. So with the style, again, I don't know if this is possible, but could we do, we probably need to make up an object and pass it in because then we can have different conditions. Then we can default to what we want. This probably does need a bit more thought. I don't know. What do you think? No worries. The PR can come later. I think it'll take me some time to commit this anyway, so don't worry. Yeah, when you get time, that would be appreciated. So what do you think? If I haven't got a color, then we don't want to run this bit of code. So I'm sure we could do something like this, but if we customize it further, I think we might have some limitations. So if I can say, if that's set, then do that. Does that work? Is that allowed? No, that is not allowed. Okay, so we might need to do it as the object part. So let's have a look. So we could create an object and we could say we will want different parts of, like different styles. So we could say style page, and then we could do something like background. I don't know if it's getting a bit messy. There must be a nicer way to do this. And then what this would be from, like from there. But if it's not set, we could default it, and we want our defaults in this page hard coded. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if this needs more thought. And then if that's there, I'm guessing we would put something like, yeah, style page. Thank you, Copilot. So in theory, that should still work, right? If I save that and then actually save this back, so it should be gray. It's gray. And if I change this to black, again, it will work. So I think we're back to a working state. But if I remove this, I'm guessing it will break again. So let's have a look. Oh, did not mean to open a new tab. Refresh. Yeah. So we're still back to here, but now we can put a condition. We can do a bit more on this. I wonder if we could default to a color like white, but then we're hard coding it. So I mean, it'd be something like this, right? So do a ternary. So if you've got the color, use it. Else default to the white. Again, I don't know if that's a good way to do it. So if I refresh now, that should work. Why did that break? Cannot be property undefined. Okay, it's trying to read it off here, so I might have to do a few checks. Again, I miss TypeScript for these sorts of things. While you're thinking about maybe a good solution for that, I'll just catch up with the chat. Oh, okay, it would work with various things. Oh, interesting. Okay, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Okay, we've got another PR. You can update PRs, by the way. You don't have to close them and create new ones. You can just push new commits to that PR. Solly, interesting to compare it to Flutter, so thank you so much. It's always great to compare. Yeah, that'd be more like TypeScript. You're right with the question marks. I don't think you can't do that with JavaScript, not yet anyway. I could have done a ternary inside the inline style. Okay. That might work, but then we will have the default colors scattered everywhere. That might be okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna get back this to working, and maybe inline is a bit nicer, but again, it just gets a bit messy. I don't know. But either way, we need to fix this check. So this is where JavaScript is a bit of a pain. So what I've checked if that is set. So if that and that is set. Oh, it needs to be double and that is set. It just looks nasty. That just looks terrible. Is set, then use it. I mean, that just looks terrible. I think. I don't know. What do you think? Let me see. So this should be back to working. It is. And if I remove the background color, it should go white and not break. Hopefully. Okay, so that does work, but we've had to do like 3 checks. So that's just the only kind of thing that doesn't look good. And the default is here. Again, I don't know if that's a good idea. And if we did this in line, we would literally copy that and have to put it, where is it? I've lost it. Up here. I don't know if that's, I mean, good or bad. Let me copy that and let's just have a look how that would look. So potentially it would be like that. I don't know. I just, okay, if I save it, then you can see how it looks. So you got style and you got the checks. Don't know, outside here or inside in line. It ends up being in line either way, but the condition, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the chat and see. Oh, interesting. Okay. Any names for some of those? I'd be interested to have a look at those up probably later on, but that's quite interesting. So thank you so much. But you can see some of the struggles. Maybe I'll just do it like that for now. Let's just check if that works. I'm quite curious. So if I hit save, If the color is specified, it will go black. If it's not, it will be white. So, oh no, it didn't like that at all. Let me just undo that and put it back to here. So yeah, okay, back to working. I don't know. I think the customization of the colors probably needs a bit more thought, but people will want to customize it, I think. So yeah, that could be quite interesting. So yeah, let me just put that back to black, refresh it, and it comes back again. But then let's just see another one. So we've got background, but then the text would be on here, or would it be on the link? That's what we were discussing next. Well, we've got the, if I select all the page, we've got this would want to be white, and the bio, I suppose, want to be white. So we would want it on there as well. So people could really mess up their profiles, and it could kind of look odd. I don't know if we actually have some templates, and people could select the templates that they want. So if someone wanted dark theme, or if they wanted, I don't know, super bright theme, or I don't know, we give them some interesting names like, I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe giving too much flexibility is maybe too much. What do you think? Daisy UI, is that built on top of Tailwind? I thought it was a complete separate. So that's quite interesting. Is everyone looking forward to Hacktoberfest, by the way? And if you haven't already, give the video a thumbs up. But yeah, hopefully you're looking forward to Hacktoberfest. Should be good. Lots more collaborations. It would be good fun. We're at 41 thumbs up. Not bad. Almost to 50. Templates would be good. Yeah, I'm thinking so. And then later on, we could customize further. So what we could do, I suppose, if we had templates, we could do it. Where is it? We could set, I don't know, you would probably put them in different files, like in configuration. Let me see. How could we do this? So what we would do is we would change this to be customizations, maybe just template, and the template would have to be a name. Actually, I'm just going to keep customizations for the moment because I want to template, so I have to write it out again if we want to come back to it. So it would go to default by default, but then we could have something like, I don't know, dark, for example. And then if we came back to here, rather than having all these styles, we would remove this, is what I'm thinking. And then we have got, where is it? Style page. Okay, so we've got nothing there. So we'd probably want to change that in a second, and that would be data dot, style page I think is correct. So I want to try and do something. So we'll say const style page, and we'll say data dot template. I'm going to come back to that in a second, and I think you'll understand why. So if we have config somewhere, where do we have config? There is let me close the the data. Config. So we've got app config, we've got icons, and we've got user. So let's just go to, I think, app config, or maybe we'd even have a separate one. Maybe later on, maybe templates or styles. Let's create it. Let's say, I don't know, style templates or styles dot JSON, right? If we have this, let's close some of these other ones. And actually, let me copy this out to give us a kind of a starting point, I suppose. And let's save that. So this could be, actually we could probably, let's just have one file rather than multiple files. I think that gets too complicated. One file, and we could have something like, the name could be dark. So therefore, I need quotes around that. We're not in JavaScript file. Dark. And so that could be the dark theme, for example, right? And then we could have others. So we'd probably want a default one as well. So let me duplicate that and just say default. And so the background would be white for default, dark. Oh no, sorry, that would be white. So that would be F. And then the text would be black. And we can set those up later on. So my thinking is, if we have that, so we've got dark, so you can see the differences, right? We flip them around just to be consistent. I'll reduce that to 3. So then in here, they could specify the templates. If they specify one, it uses it. Otherwise, if they don't specify one, it defaults to the default one. So what we could do is we could load in the config right up here. So we've got app.json. If I duplicate that and if I go to, I don't know, styles, but styles might be used already. So templates, and then change this to, what do we call it? I forgot what we called it already. Why does this keep opening? Close. We don't want that big folder. Styles. Maybe templates is actually better. I'm changing it in my mind. Okay, so if we change this to templates, there we go. And then my thinking is down here, where has it gone? So we could go to templates, and then we'll load the JSON. And could we, yes, so if they put dark, it will pull out that object. So I think that should work. Therefore, there will never be a blank one, is my thinking. So in style page, we could say background, or would we want to rename these to text? It's font color, right? It's not text color. I forget. What do you think in the chat? Let me know. While you're thinking, let me catch up with the chat. Is using TypeScript with React a production must? Absolutely not, but TypeScript is freaking awesome. I don't use it as much as I'd like to because I think it creates it a bit harder for people to contribute, so I use JavaScript a bit more. Default, dark, light, and colorful. Yeah, I like the idea of colorful as well, so that's pretty cool. Double question mark. Interesting, is that like an ES7 thing? Haven't come across it before. Hey Kevin, thanks for joining. Eddie, so many files. Yeah, for the data files, people put in there, get some green squares, and they get one link to add all their other links. So that's why. Everyone's so many files. It's just for the data files. You know, people adding their own profiles. You know, you can add. Who has not got a Linktree profile yet? You definitely need one. Where did I get to? So yeah, my thinking is, so we load in templates, and then we pull out the template they've specified. Actually, what I should do is I do a question for this. So if they've got a template, use it. If they haven't got a template, go to default. I think that's the thinking. So that should probably work. What do you think? That says too easy. I think it's going to break. Got a blank page. Okay. So I put dark. So that obviously didn't do anything. It didn't load. And my thinking is it didn't load is because it should be background color. So we should actually... Maybe we should actually use the actual name, I think. That might make it a bit easier if we use like the CSS names. What do you think? Rather than trying to map everything. So I've changed my mind in terms of thinking. So let me delete this other one. And then we can get one right and duplicate it. So it would be, I don't know, what do you think? Text color. Therefore, it's a bit easier, I think. Buttons we can leave off for the moment. Let's just see where we go with that. So we've got default, and let's just do dark. So dark. So I save that, do a refresh. What do you think is going to work? No. Why didn't it work? Oh, that's not going to work, Eddie, of course. So what I want to do is... If there isn't one specified, then go to default in here. So there you go. So if they've specified a template, pull it out of templates. If they haven't specified one, pull out default. But I have specified one, so I was expecting that to work. Oops. What did I click on? Go away. Didn't mean to click on that. Close. There we go. Thank you. So what do you think I've done wrong? Let's do a console log and let's have a look, because that is using that. So I am expecting it to pull out, to be that. Let's have a look. Let's do a console log and see. Console log style page. Let's see, what have we got? Let's refresh. Let's close the console. And oops. Refresh that. So we've got background color, text color. I'm expecting that to work. Oh, background color white. Okay, so it brought out that. That is kind of looking correct. But I did specify in my profile dark. So why didn't that come through? So it's defaulted to the default one. So if there's a template, data template. What am I missing? Let me just say data.template, and then we'll just make sure that is coming through. And then we can also actually we'll do multiple things. So let's do that. Okay, let's have a look now. Clear the console, give the page a refresh. So we've got dark, so it is set. And then it pulled out the white one still. Did I mess up? I've messed it up, haven't I? I just literally duplicated it and I forgot to change it. Okay, it is Friday, everyone. Bear with me. I bet you've all written that in the chat. Oh, thank you. People have written it. Damn it. I was too slow. I should have read this. No problem. You won't be able to make the PR until I guess commit it. So, but thank you. Dark is not dark. Thank you all so much. I should have read the chat sooner. Yes, okay, so that works. So it's come through as dark. Okay, perfect. If I remove it from my profile, then it should go back to being white. And then if I specify something that doesn't exist, it should hopefully stay as white. Okay, perfect. And then we've got dark. So we've got templates. What does everyone think? Is that better than specifying individually? I know it's not obviously quite finished. The text didn't quite go to white. It might be font color. I can't remember what it is. Using Tailwind too much, and I have to figure that out later on. But yeah, what do you think? Is that a good thing to do? Dark is not dark, and the colors are the same. Happy Friday, everyone! Awesome, going for an hour and 15 minutes. You're all awesome, so thank you so much for bearing with me. Yeah, interested to see what you will think. Templates, I think, reduces things from going terribly wrong. Whereas people might say, hey, we get the bugs being raised. Hey, I can't see the text on my button when the button background is white and the text is white, or vice versa. The background color, the button background color is black and the text is black. So maybe templates is a safer option. And people could submit templates if they wanted. They might want to have, I don't know, retro template, and they could submit those and so forth. So yeah, that could be an interesting one. I don't think it's required to go live. One of the things we do need to do is icons. That's dark mode. I can't see that at the moment. But if I go back to default or light, however it is, if it's a website or it's YouTube, it'd be good to have the icons. Actually, getting icons is probably a higher priority to get that back in. And those who are asking about the project, you also get the milestones below. And it'd be good for people to customize the colors of these actually as well. Could be quite good. So yes. Okay, awesome. It's probably a good place to stop, everyone. What do you think? I need to check out what. So I think, okay, I'm going to ditch that out of the template. I think that's not a template of the user template person. And then actually have our templates. I think it's probably a better way to go. Okay, I don't need this data file open. It opens it every time. I guess every time I switch to my file, it opens it. Yeah, it does. And it goes to that file. Okay, that explains why. So yes, everyone, get involved in open source. Join the EddieHub Discord. We chat every day, between videos and live streams in Discord. And it's great to see you all geeking out, and love to collaborate with you as well. And I'm going to do more screen shares as well soon. So look forward to seeing you in Discord. There is a link in the description below for those of you who can't find it. I will share it for you now. And don't forget to contribute to open source, and we can help. It's going to help your career. You're going to stand out. I've learned so much today, so thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. We are at 46 thumbs up. Can we see if we can get a 50? I want to see if we can hit 50 thumbs up. So everyone, have a great weekend. Don't forget, before you go, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free. And I will see you in Discord, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. See you on Twitter Space, actually. I'm joining a Twitter Space in 45 minutes by China. So she's holding a Twitter Space, I think on open source. So I will see you there. Bye.